Hey YouTube, it's Kari, iSydekick, and today we're playing Kill Confirmed on Combined. So Kill Confirmed is my favorite game mode. I haven't really been playing very much of it though because my boyfriend doesn't really like objective-based games, but he got annoyed with the game so he stopped playing, but I continued playing. And so I did actually end up playing the beta all throughout the entire week, which is good. I'm glad I was able to spend, enough time playing the beta, so I got a little bit better of an idea on do I like the game or not, and like if I'm gonna get it, which yeah, I'm gonna get it, but this unfortunately is gonna be like a lot of complaints because they think when you play a game you generally have more that you complain about than you like, so if you don't want to hear a bunch of complaints you probably want to click off the video. I also do want to say that if you use Elgato to capture your games, which is what I use, and you are running Windows 8, I do not know that I would upgrade to Windows 10. I thought about making an entire video on this, but I just thought I would mention it, that I just recently upgraded to Windows 10, and pretty much ever since I did, I've had nothing but problems with trying to record a lot of my footage. I've lost a lot of good gameplay. Unfortunately, I would say I've had like a lot of good games, but I did go like 24 and 12 in a game, so or 24 and 2, so I had a 12 KD. That was a pretty good game. I was going to use it, but I don't know why. I've had nothing but problems with recording with the Elgato ever since I upgraded to Windows 10. Pretty much, I can only record for about an hour, and then anything after that is just completely lost. Right at about the hour and a half mark, the frame rate just starts dropping. If I have any usable footage that like you can't physically see the frames dropping, the frame still drops enough to where it can't be opened in Vegas or After Effects or lots of video editing software. So that's just something to think about, or if you guys maybe know how to fix it. The only things I've been able to do to reduce it is to not use flashback recording and to lower the quality of the recording down pretty much as low as it'll go in 60 frames per second. I don't want to record 30 frames per second. And that's kind of helped me be able to record for about an hour and a half, but unfortunately, I mean, it's really, really bad, so hopefully by the time Black Ops 3 comes out, I won't be having this problem, because I do not want to lose a lot of footage like I've already lost. But here is my best kill game. I hit over 40 kills, I think I hit like 41 kills, and now that I've played the game for quite a bit, I've figured out how, for me at least, how I can do good, because the main reason I don't like Black Ops 3 is I think it is extremely difficult to do well in. It's not a game where I feel like you can just sit back and be like, you know what, I'm kind of bored, I'm gonna throw on some Call of Duty, just kind of sit back, relax, kill some people. It's just not a game like that. This is a game where when I play, I feel like, alright, hold on, I gotta go get my tryhard panties, I gotta drink me some G Fuel, I gotta put my gunners on, I gotta get my scuff out, I gotta put my gamer grip on, I gotta sit about 6 inches away from the TV, and I gotta just be in hardcore gaming mode, because that is how you have to play this game. And you gotta rush, and you gotta rush like you've never rushed before, and then you gotta rush forward, and then you gotta rush backwards, and you gotta run a figure eight, and you just can't casually play this game. It just, anytime I try to just kind of casually play, have a conversation, on Xbox Live Party Chat, I'm getting wrecked. Maybe not wrecked, I'm still going positive, but like 24 and I don't know, like 15 to me, it's like, oh wow, I got a very average game. It's hard to get on a good kill streak. It's like I get 3 kills and I die. UAVs are damn near impossible to get. It's over 4 kills to get a UAV unless you pick up a tag, but it just feels like, oh my gosh, if I want to sit down and play Black Ops, I have to just be in try-hard mode. So in this game, I do rush quite a bit. I still don't do amazing, but I am finally able to like turn on people, and there are things that I've figured out from playing a lot that like what helps me and what doesn't help me. So, okay, one of the biggest complaints I have with the game is the fact that you cannot use a suppressor on pretty much any gun. If you use a suppressor, it's just going to turn your gun into a marshmallow shooter, which I don't like, because I primarily run suppressors on every single gun in Call of Duty. I like being able to stay off the radar. I like being able to be stealthy. If you physically see me, great, but I hate that when you shoot, you just light up where you're at on the radar. That sucks. I might actually end up trying to switch over to play hardcore mode whenever the game comes out, because there's no radar there, so then maybe it won't be as big of a deal. But for core mode, I personally think that sucks. I've tried the suppressor on many guns, it just doesn't work on any of them. That's something I do hope that Drifter does an in-depth of, is like how much damage does it reduce, because I mean maybe it's like a placebo thing, but it pretty much feels like it just makes your gun totally useless. So I know I said I didn't like the Arc 7, but it's actually the gun I seem to do the best with now. So I run the Arc 7 with, and I run all the attachments that pretty much increase range, accuracy, and damage. I run FMJ, long barrel, quick draw, and extended mags. I feel like those are the most necessary attachments for me. And then if I have to pick just one perk, I'm going to pick awareness, which does help me hear the enemies a little bit better, unless I'm like, talking to a big party, then it doesn't matter. And I also use, I don't remember what the perk's called, but it's in the second perk tree. It makes you aim down sights a little bit faster. That one's not totally necessary for me, but I will use it if I have a perk slot. I don't carry any lethals, any tacticals. Another problem I have, especially with the lethals and the tacticals, is that you have like little bitch arms, and it is like so hard to throw a grenade. Either they're really, really heavy, or you have little bitch arms, because you just like, I don't know, in every Call of Duty, I've never felt like you've been able to throw stuff too far, but I guess they thought you could, because for some reason, when you go to throw a grenade, it ends up being about like 6 to 7 feet in front of where you thought it would be. It never goes where I think it's going to go, and I'm pretty decent at arcing my grenades, and I just haven't quite figured it out. I'm glad you throw them. I don't like how in Advanced Warfare you shot them out of a launcher. That bothered me a lot, but it's not really useful for me when I can't figure out where it's going to be thrown at, so I kind of hope that they change that. Also, the stun grenades last ridiculously too long. They're like, if you get stunned, you are screwed. You cannot turn, you cannot defend yourself, and they last like, it feels like 30 seconds, so I get lucky every once in a while, like right here, where someone just so happens to get right in front of me. But if you get stunned and someone comes on the right or the left of you, well, yeah, you're probably not gonna win. So that does suck. Oh yeah, melees. I personally don't like the fact that they made melees a 2-shot. I kind of understand why they did it, but personally I think that if you're in melee range, you have to decide, should I melee or should I barrel stuff? It's kind of a decision you've always had to make. And a lot of times you make the wrong one, sometimes you make the right one. Where now it's like, who can barrel stuff faster? Because there's really no reason to melee anymore. You can't one-hit melee. I kind of don't like that. Like, I get why they did it, because people complain about panic knifing, but it's not like commandos in the game anymore. You have to be pretty close to people to, hit them. I don't really understand why they did that, but I guess whatever. So, another problem I have with the game, UAVs. They last like 10 seconds. It's ridiculous. It's hard to get a UAV. I think it's very hard to actually get 4 or 5 kills in a row without dying in this game. You work all that effort into getting a UAV, and then you use it, and it lasts like 5 seconds. I don't know, it feels way slower. I guess people were complaining UAVs are up too much, but for being a 425 kill streak, they last way, just not long enough. I can't stand it. Another problem I have with the game, and I can't quite figure out what the issue here is. I don't know if it's because I haven't really looked at the maps from an aerial view. I do believe that they're 3-lane maps, but I can't quite figure out what's causing this. I don't know if maybe the maps are too small. I do kind of think they're a little too small, and the spawns kind of suck. People spawn behind you all the time. But it seems like no matter what you do, no matter how you play, it is like damn near impossible to play and not get people behind you. There's so many times I'll be playing, I'll get on a really good kill streak, and I'll have, a UAV up, and I can see I'm gonna get screwed here because there's enemies in front of me, there's enemies to the left of me, there's enemies to the right of me, and there's enemies behind me. So really, no matter which way I move, I'm gonna get sandwiched here. And it's hard to shoot through 2 people. I can sometimes get double kills, I can sometimes turn around, and even if I get shot first, I don't know. But personally, I don't really like the map design, the layout. I think they're hard to navigate. I also don't like the swimming. The one map that they have swimming in, like, in a way it's cool. It's fine if they leave it in. I'm sure I'll get more used to it, but man, I've gotten screwed over so much by people getting behind me because they can swim underneath or whatever, but that's pretty frustrating. Also, the flinch in this game is ridiculous. Now, I have already heard that they're gonna fix it. I get that there's no, like, clutch perks or whatever, which is cool. I'm glad, that toughness was taken out. But pretty much whoever shoots first almost always gets the kill, because if you get shot, your screen just, your reticle goes like way up there. It's very difficult to, you know, get your shots on target. I think there's way too much flinch in this game. And then lastly, I know a lot of people probably won't think this is as big of a complaint as I do, but I don't really like the fact that when you shoot someone with the War Machine or a Sparrow that the bodies like explode into a bunch of chunks. Maybe it's because I'm a girl, I don't know, but I think it's just a little bit obscene, and there are a lot of little kids that play this game, even though they shouldn't. I just think it's a little bit too graphic for them. It doesn't look real either. But, and I'm not even against, like, things being graphic, but I don't like it. It doesn't seem like Call of Duty to me. So that's pretty much all my complaints. I probably have more that I forgot about, but the only really good things I like about this game is that graphically it looks pretty well. It's very colorful. It looks a lot like Black Ops 2. It's, you know, it's easy on the eyes. But I have a lot of complaints. Hopefully, you know, a lot of this will get fixed before Black Ops 3 does come out. But anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.